And now, time for weekly show with a passionate India lover, chairman of ITV Gold and Parikh Worldwide Media. Get ready for loving sharing from physician, philanthropist, publisher, and India advocate in this week.
Welcome and namaskar, and once again I have with the Padma Shri recipient Dr. Sudhir Parikh in our weekly show, that is this week with Dr. Sudhir Parikh on ITV Gold. Namaskar Dr. Parikh, how are you doing?
Namaskar, very well, and namaskar everyone.
Absolutely. You know, Abhi, aajkal the current topic, which is in India, is the elections, and I want to talk about that. And we are in the middle of long election period in, of course, the world's largest democracy. So my first question to you is about this 7 phase, which is like 6+ week-long election. Is this like too long, and do you think, you know, the outcome will be different if it was just like a 1-week election?
Well, I mean, if it is shorter election, then outcome can be different. But see, in India, the argument of election commissioner is that because of the large population, because of the kind of limited resources, they are doing in the 7 phase. But sometimes 7 phase can work against it. Because, for example, say in the first phase of the election, what happened last week, right? Last Friday, the whole turned out to be very low as compared to 2019 election. Almost average 8 to 10% low, which is very high low, you know.
Right.
So it means, and usually that goes against the current government.
Right.
So we all are BJP kind of well-wisher. We don't like that, and that's why if you see that Prime Minister was same day went to Nagpur to see the RSS chief, because I think what happened is they wanted usually in election in BJP has excellent teamwork, and usually they have kind of Panna Pramukh. Means every RSS leader has to, they're given list of the people and their responsibility of to bring that people to the voting booth.
Right.
And that works very well. So this can happen. And so what I'm trying to say that if first phase was very low voting as compared to 5 years ago, so now second phase is coming this Friday. So they are afraid that it should not repeat. If they repeat, then it is detrimental to the ruling party.
Right. So, you know, I think rhetoric, it's at its peak with Prime Minister Modi leading the messaging for BJP and NDA, and, you know, all others like attacking Modi ji. Anything you see different like this time than in the past?
I mean, no, there's no difference, because see, everyone has to put their own what they want to do if they come in the power, right? So that's what they are doing it. And also BJP should, rather than talking anything not very important, talk about what they did in last 10 years and how they're going to pursue those things more in next 10 years or 5 years.
Right.
So that is a way to impress the people. But again, both the parties, both sides, they are not doing that.
Right.
And they are doing, I mean, all this other irrelevant subject they are talking, and which is probably not good idea, you know.
So what are the like top 3 issues that you think is close to voters right now?
Right now, I think mainly the people, because see, our country is 45% of the population is a young population, less than 35 years of age. And what their one important thing is, after being an engineer, being a doctor, being even college graduates or high school graduates, they need a job. Because that's the age group where they want to be employed.
Right.
Meaningfully. So that's their main agenda. And it looks like we are kind of falling behind it. So I think the joblessness or unemployment is a most important issue for them. For the other middle class or little 40s to 60s of the people, they want government to improve the economy still further and make the India more self-sufficient, more Atmanirbhar, more and that's what they should push for it, and they should propagate for that. And of course, everyone should get their share of everything. So as Prime Minister says, that is sabka vikas, sabka, sabka vikas, and so there has to be sabka vikas, regardless of their age, their religion, their education, their whether they are urban people, they are rural people, and so forth.
But do you think like it's Modi ji's like charisma that is like the key differentiator for NDA?
Yes, of course. Prime Minister Modi is a very popular Prime Minister in the last several decades, and his charisma is very much carry or a kind of magnetic charisma he has. He is a great orator. He has a very good convincing power. And he has done a lot, so I think it makes big difference for BJP as versus opposition, because opposition is right now not fronting any leader. They are just fronting different parties. Their strategy is different little bit. On one side, Prime Minister Modi is there, other side there is nobody there. So it means the election is between BJP and the people of the India, rather than BJP and India government. And that can be sometimes very challenging.
So let's talk about like India bloc. It does not have a real Prime Minister candidate. So tell me, is that a major shortcoming to go against Modi ji?
It can go against Modi ji. Yeah, no, we don't. No, yes, in a way, because see, if I'm a leader, and if I have leader, you as a leader, then it's very easy for me to criticize you, to tell you or tell people what is the difference between these two. But if there is no leader, so then Prime Minister is talking kind of himself in the mirror. So that is difficult psychologically. So that's the thing. And I think in the Gathbandhan, what happens is in the past also, usually they don't project any leader because there are different parties in different state has different kind of combination. So after the election is over and they win majority, then they decide who can be a Prime Minister.
Wonderful. So I think we are done with this topic. Let's talk about another topic, which is the escalating situation in Gaza. So do you see the Iran-Israel conflict further escalating?
Unfortunately, yes, because Israel has different. I mean, right now the Israel has different kind of thinking, because they want to completely eliminate the Hamas, and which is kind of by doing that, a lot of innocent people gets affected, gets killed, becomes there's a human catastrophe there. And I think that's why USA and China and everyone is kind of telling them, now enough is enough, let's stop and sit down on the table and negotiate some kind of deal with the people in the Gaza and give them at least a two-state solution where they can have their own social life, they can own a business, economy, everything is they can run the way they want to run, but the defense and security remains with the Israel. That way Israel has complete control of the Gaza. But the day-to-day life remains with the people of the Gaza.
And you know, here in US, the situation I think it's getting quite tense with students, you know, protests again across the country. So, do you think is US doing everything it should be doing to resolve the issue in Gaza?
Probably not, because I mean we are trying to do the maximum thing, but somehow the current government in Israel, which is very conservative, and their thinking is little different, and therefore I think they are pushing back our President Biden's suggestions. And I mean we hope that they listen to the USA and other countries, because it's good for everybody, because if it escalates, then it's a really bad situation for everyone.
All right, so now let's go to our, I would say, the popular section, which is the rapid fire section. But as I always say, just yes, no, just answer like that, or just a one-liner answer. So my first question to you is, do we see Kejriwal imprisonment having an impact on the outcome of Delhi elections for BJP?
Yes.
Okay. Question number 2 is, will Trump get any relief from Supreme Court agreeing to hear his plea for immunity?
Yes, I think so.
My next question to you is that Google is firing its employees for demonstrating. Is it a fair decision, yes or no?
Probably not, because we are the democratic country, and we all have rights of free expression, as long as it's peaceful. So a peaceful protest or a free expression of ideas cannot be punished. That's what I think, because this kind of expression happened even in 70s when USA was in the war with the Vietnam. And most of the USA young generation, college graduates, they all everything. And that's how that war stopped at the end. So I think to do the peaceful protest is a fundamental First Amendment right to each and every citizen of USA.
All right. So the next question is, Congress and left, they're fighting each other in elections, and speeches in Kerala will impact their partnership in other states.
Probably not, because they have very understanding that fighting in Kerala is different, and then fighting in other state. And so I think, I don't think so, because even though whoever wants in even Kerala, they all will be one group, right? So it doesn't make any difference.
All right. So my last question to you is, any favorite teams for IPL? Any
Sorry?
favorite teams for IPL?
IPL favorite really right now, probably I think Mumbai and Gujarat, they are really doing well, and I think that's my favorite team, one of the two.
Okay.
In
All right.
the final, yeah.
All right. I wish them all the best.
Thank you.
So before you give out, this week's message, I want to remind our viewers that you can follow Dr. Sudhir Parikh on Facebook, which is at Dr. Parikh, and you can also follow him on Twitter. The handle is SUDPARIKH. Please go ahead.
Dear friends, as you all know that election is kind of heating up in India. So please be involved, get informed, and try to convey the messages back home to vote. Each and everyone should vote whatever party they like. And of course, the party of the choice for me personally is BJP. And so I would say that try to convince people to vote for BJP, reason being they have done excellent work in last 10 years. So after saying that, I would like to say goodbye till next week. Thank you.